welcome to this edition of Ask the Expert. Today with me, Victoria, diving expert here at Scuba and Sea. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, so I've really been interested in learning how to dive, but honestly, I know nothing about anything. So what would I do to learn?
Okay, well, first you're going to sign up here at the marina. You come in and just ask for when we have an open class, and they'll put you into it, and they'll give you your books, and that's how you get started with it.
Okay, so they'll give me like the books, they'll give me everything I need?
They're going to give you the books, and depending on what class it is, either a computer or an RDPML, and then you can rent your own gear, or you can purchase something if that's what you're interested in.
Now, what class levels are there? Is there like a class for beginners? Are there different types of classes? I don't have a diving cert. I don't have absolutely anything. So where would I start?
You can start with a Discover dive. So you would just put gear on, an instructor's going to go down with you, and just to feel what it's like to breathe underwater. And then after that, you've got open water. That's your beginning dives, and that's just learning how the basics. Then you've got advanced, so you can do specialties like deep or boat or night. And then you've got rescue, which is learning how to save others and be a responsible diver. And then past that is professional, and there's a whole bunch of levels past that too.
Okay, cool. So would Discover would be just me going out and seeing what it's like, or is it actually a class?
Discover is something you would sign up with an instructor, and when, at your convenience, you'd go down in a pool and put the gear on, learn what all the gear is, and breathe underwater. And so it's really designed around you to get you interested in diving.
Now, do you have to do that before you can do open water? Can you just jump into open water? How does that work?
You can just go into open water. Discover's purely for your benefit.
Okay, so with open water classes, what would I learn? How long is it? Tell me everything.
So open water it's going to be about a week long.
Okay.
And to start off with, you've got a couple days in the classroom to do the science kind of behind scuba diving, learning the names for things and stuff of that sort. And then you've got in the pool work where you learn the skills, like you take off your mask and put it back on, or breathing off a reg and how to clear your reg and things like that. And then Saturday and Sunday for most instructors is when you would go out on your 4 dives, and then after that you've been certified to dive.
That's it? Wow, that's really simple.
Yeah.
Now, is there homework? Are there tests?
There is homework. You've got 5 chapters. You've got to do the knowledge reviews, what they're called, at the end, and those are really easy. Kids do it all the time, so it's not that big of a deal for adults. And then you've got tests in class, but also this is designed for a 10-year-old to be able to pass it, so it's not that difficult.
Do you have a lot of people fail, or it sounds like everyone passes?
I've personally never had anyone fail in my classes, and I've never heard of anyone failing. But you also...
it's what you put into it.
It's what you put into it.
Now, do I need gear my first day? Can I rent gear? What do I need?
You can rent gear for the pool. For the classroom, you don't need anything, but once you get in the pool, you're going to want gear. And right now, you're going to want a wetsuit. The water's still pretty cold. Come summertime, though, you're not going to want a wetsuit for any reason. We provide you with a BCD and a regulator and weight, so you need to provide your snorkeling gear, which is mask, snorkel, booties, and fins.
Okay, and can I get that at Scuba and Sea?
Yeah, you can get those for rent here, or you can purchase your own with all the different brands. You can get what is best for you.
So you can sign up for the class, come down here and rent absolutely everything for the whole time?
And the most we're going to charge you for the week is $30. There's a cap on the rental fee, so it won't get crazy if something happens you need it for longer.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. So after that, then can you go only to a certain depth? What are the restrictions on your certification, I guess?
As an open water diver, you're only allowed to 60 feet, and you're not allowed to do any of the specialties, like you're not allowed inside a wreck or in a cave, things like that.
Okay.
And if you're under the age, if you're young, you can get a junior certification, so you're only allowed to 40 feet then too.
Okay. So it's 60 feet?
Yes.
And then if you want to go in caves and everything, you go to the next level?
You do advanced, and then from advanced you take your specialty courses with an instructor who's certified in that, and that's its own different thing.
Okay, so you have to do the advanced. How long does advanced usually go?
That's really up to you, because advanced is just really exploratory dives. You go in and see you do 5 dives, and there's only like 1 night in the classroom. So it's based around when you guys can get in the water.
Okay,
like that.
So you just go diving 5 times and then do 1 day of class?
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, there's no skills involved with advanced.
Okay. So then after that, then you do the specialty and then go on from there.
Yeah.
Cool. So what are some of the things you can see when you start out scuba diving?
Diving around here is one of the best dive sites in the world. Like the Karamas is the number 3, I think, in the world.
Really?
Yeah. So you go off our boats and see things like that. But we've got great coral and fish life around just off the shores, and then you've also got big life like turtles and sharks, and we've even had dolphins and maybe a whale in the winter time. Don't go in with the whales, but they might swim up to you and a nice surprise while you dive.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else I'll need to know, or did we cover it all?
I think you got it all.
All right. And for more information, can I come down to Scuba and see?
You're welcome to come down into the shop, or you can call us, or you can check us out on Facebook. We post all the time on there as well.
What's your Facebook page?
Scuba and Sea, Kadena Marina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Well, that was it for this edition of Ask the Expert. I had Victoria with me, and she told me everything about lessons and what I'll need to know. So hopefully I'll be able to go out and get my cert sooner rather than later. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.